production. Good Lord.
Bonsoir. La convention Black Caucus Convention, chaque année, convention des leaders noirs, a bel et bien commencé ici depuis 2 jours. Et aujourd'hui, c'est un peu la visite des stands que nous avons voulu vous montrer aujourd'hui. Hier, c'était les salles de conférence. La participation cette année a été quand même grandiose par rapport à l'année passée, où on n'a pas vu beaucoup de personnes. Mais cette année, il y a eu du monde. Il y a eu du monde, signe que les activités reprennent doucement, après la pandémie du Covid-19. Donc, il y a tout ici. Il y a des vendeurs, ceux qui exposent, ceux qui visitent pour acheter. C'est tout un bâtiment, On ne peut même pas espérer le visiter en quelques heures. Donc, CBC cette année peut se féliciter d'avoir fait son retour dans la normale, parce que je vous assure, l'année passée, c'était un vide total par ici. L'année passée. On ressentait la pandémie du Covid-19. Mais cette année, un engouement pas possible. Beaucoup de visiteurs également. Bon, pour la petite histoire, le Foni Sewar est toujours couvert par les chefs d'État, mais on sait déjà que la première fois, j'ai reconnu une personne là-bas. La première fois, le président Trump n'était pas invité. Donc cette année encore, il n'y a pas de signe qui sera samedi. So this is another huge presentation here for humanitarian and Miss
Beth Akiyama. Hi, I'm here to show you the Citizens Commission on Human Rights exhibit. Now we're just coming to the end of the day here, but we've been showing this to people all day long here at the Congressional Black Caucus. So this has different panels that talk about the human rights in mental health. It's a very important subject. This gives the history going back, and it's specifically here we look at oppression of blacks and minorities and how false science has actually led to more racism because of these theories being put out there. And then you see what happens from that people may be taking drugs because they're told that they have a mental illness, and then some of these illnesses are actually created at some of the psychiatric meetings. They'll say they take a vote on whether something is an illness or not, and so you have things like homosexuality used to be a mental illness, and then they voted that it's not anymore. But none of this is scientific. So things like that occur across all different kinds of issues that people can have with their mental health. Over here, this is a panel that shows people that many of us would know from the movies, from music, and from different entertainers and performers and celebrities who have had their lives tragically ruined by having the wrong diagnoses, having drugs, and having these kind of treatments that actually didn't improve and didn't help their creativity, but actually stole it from them. And so we want to bring this to people so they know they can go to cchr.org, Citizens Commission on Human Rights, and the cchr.org is the website to see videos and to see more information about this, so you're informed and you can make choices knowing how you can protect your human rights if you have a mental health issue, or if you have a loved one that does, or someone you want to give advice to.
Yeah, but we want you to tell us how do you view the things since the new government come. There's a lot of argumentation about how it's perceived for the human rights side and for the medical part, about the mental health challenge, about the drug use, about they're talking a lot about this drug coming into the country. How do you perceive it? Because there's a kind of confusion here. People don't know where to stand. What do you think about this new government medical head of state of Secretary of State Kennedy bringing all this argument that seems to be a confusion? What do you think about that?
Well, I think the very important thing is we're not political, so we don't really come down on the political side one way or the other, because actually when you look at it, the point is it's science. So what people need to actually understand is they need to know, like, what are the effects of drugs before they take them. These things are documented, and they're not always told to a patient before they actually start taking the drug. They may not realize that it takes a very short amount of time to get dependent on drugs sometimes, and that they should know that. Or it may have interactions with other medications or foods that they eat, or something that they may not understand those implications. It may give them mental symptoms, and then they're looked at as having a mental illness when actually it's something that's being caused by something in their environment. So it's really the science, and it's important to be educated on that. And so there's going to be governments that are going to come and go, and different people, but we can listen to the government, of course, for guidance for things, but you've always got to look for yourself. You really have to have a due diligence on this when you're going to get your own mental health, or someone else's that you're working with, or your family should know this in case, in the case of a mental illness, it can be something that you may have a mental challenge at some time and you don't have time to look at these things closely. Make sure your family and friends know that these things, you shouldn't just take it for granted that everything's fine. Just actually take a look at it and know what your human rights are in the system, so that you can make sure that you're getting the best care possible, or that others are getting the right thing, because some of these things are not necessary, and you may wind up in a situation that's much more difficult to handle than what you started with.
Thank you very much.
Income folks in America, and that's a nonpartisan issue, right? Where we try to make sure that we could reach across the aisle and say, hey, housing impacts everybody, right? And so we try to make sure that it's racially and socially equitable in the neighborhoods that they want to be in. Because, historically we've seen a lot of lower income housing get put to a part of the city or part of the town that people don't want them to be seen, whatever it may be, and that's not what we want. That's not how you build community. So we try to impact through the federal policy. So we actually try to impact the change through the actual government, instead of building housing and saying, hey, this is going to go to the lowest renters, because historically that never works, right? So we're not direct service like that. We definitely try to impact the policy change and that, because that's what's more lasting. So I did want to ask, where are you from?
Black Lives Matter?
They can destroy all the monuments they want to destroy, but black people will always matter, and we're always going to be fighting for Black Lives Matter. So they can get rid of the street signs or whatever. We're here to stay, and we're going to always advocate for our people.
Do you have any word to advise to whoever going to watch what you was representing here exactly?
Who? Well, we're here because our goal is Black liberation, right? And we're not aligned with any party. We're not Democrat. We're not Republican. We are for Black people and Black freedom. So we advance the causes through legislation, but we also do boots on the ground organizing, the rah-rah in the street stuff. We will do that. We will do petitions, any tactic necessary to make sure that our folks have some semblance of justice. So we're here at the bougie place for one.